Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Let me turn this phone and get it over here, okay? What I have done, I was talking with one of my sons, so I didn't get the video going right away. I put knuckles in here, smoked knuckles, pork knuckles. And what I've done is I usually serve one per person. Right now I have it boiling until they get real tender. This dish that I'm making is one that comes from my mother-in-law. And it's peas and rice with smoked knuckles, and we serve hot peppers on it. Now you can have cooked vegetables with it or a salad with it. If I make it in the summer, we have a salad. In the winter or the colder months, I usually serve it with cooked vegetables. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. So right now we're cooking these until these knuckles are really, really tender. And then we add the peas in, and we cook the peas to a point, and I'll show you how we do it. And then we add rice into it. So you actually don't have to cook two separate pots. A lot of people, if you say you're going to have peas and rice, they'll cook, especially Americans, will put peas in one pot and cook and rice in another. But the West Indians actually cook them together, which is really a nice way. So I'll show you how we do it. But anyway, right now we're going to let those cook for hours. So I'll be back then. Okay, the knuckles have been cooking a while, so I'm going to check them. I think they're time to come out. Oh yeah, you can see that they've split. They're ready. What I'm going to do is set these to the side. I don't need them right now. What I am going to do is add 2 cups of kidney beans. Now, I have made this with black beans, pinto beans, little red beans. They do not go well with this dish. Kidney beans are the best. If you have to use a fallback, the little red beans, you can do it, but it's not as good as the kidney beans. I've learned this the hard way. Now we're going to cook these beans. We're going to bring them to a boil again. And what we're going to do is when it comes to boil, we're going to turn it down. Now we're not cooking these beans all the way. We're going to cook them just about to the point of doneness, but because we have to cook their last 12 to 15 minutes with the rice at the same time. So this is why we have to be really, really careful with this one dish when we do it. Because if you cook the beans and then you add the rice into it, the beans are going to be soggy. Now, if you only cook the beans and they're not cooked to just about done, you will find that the rice is done and the beans are hard. So the trick is to get this together at the same time, those last minutes when you're doing the rice and stuff. And another thing is you don't want to overpack it with water as well. You can add water if they're not quite done. But if you have too much and you have to boil it away, your beans and your rice will become soggy at the same time. I've been guilty of that. Okay? I've been guilty of serving raw beans and the rice cooked. I've served them soggy. I have just messed up learning how to get this just right, and I finally learned how to do it. Now, we measure the knuckles 1 per person, so we get the protein, plus you have this other protein, which is going to be the peas and rice all put together on the plate. So this does have a lot of protein in it, different proteins, but proteins nevertheless. And you don't have to use much seasoning. We actually don't add any seasoning to ours. What we do is we add hot sauce at the table to it if you want hot sauce. Mike Bird, little Dudley, he's cockatiel, he loved this dish. Every time I put it on, he saw me make it, he would start screaming. And if we went to eat it and he didn't get it, he was mad. So I had to let him out, and he would go, actually this little guy would walk on the tablecloth to about where you put your fork, and he would eat the hot peas and rice, and he loved it with the hot sauce. If you didn't put the hot sauce on it, he wasn't happy. And this was a dish that he loved. I mean, he would carry on if you did not allow him out to have his peas and rice as well. Okay, so let me get this going, and when the beans are just about done, I'll show you how we do that rice. I tested the beans. They're almost done. I just got 3 cups of parboiled rice. This does not go well with brown rice or wild rice or a blend of rices. It's either got to be parboiled or white rice. I'm going to rinse it and put it in. Now you don't want to have too much liquid in here because the rice is going to have to absorb the liquid that's there, so you don't want to flood this dish. You can always, like I said, you can always add water, you know, and keep an eye on it. But I'm putting in 3 cups of rice. Mine is parboiled. Now, because the knuckles are smoked, you don't have to worry about salting it. You'll have the salt in it already. And we always serve 1 knuckle per person. Now what are you going to do? We're going to take these and you're going to lay them on top, just like that. The rice knuckles will cook underneath them. So we're just going to leave it now and let it finish up. And it should, I think, take about 20 minutes, I'm not sure. But if you have too much water, remember it will be soggy. So I was taught to always put a little less because you can always add. Okay. Okay, it's been cooking 15 minutes since I added the rice. I'm going to check it. It's not done yet. So we're going to leave it again. Okay. I'm going to put the knuckles here while we get ready to serve the rice. Well, the peas and rice. I'm just using this. This is the wrong thing to serve, but I'm just using it so I can get it out. Don't have to stand. It keeps falling off. That's why I'm holding it, trying to prevent it from falling. Well, there's more in there, but anyway. I just don't have room for all of it. And here's how you serve it. And that's the dish. Knuckles, peas, and rice. Take care. Bye-bye.